fisherman's livelihood depends on the sea, but making a living here has become increasingly hard. Quotas, dwindling stocks and competition mean it's hard to make money out of fish. At a unique facility in Hull, fishermen come to test out new equipment. Having been at sea himself for 20 years, Mike Montgomery is well qualified to help fishermen improve their techniques and maximise their efficiency, and at the same time protect the environment from undue damage.
Fishermen in general are probably more environmentally conscious than the majority of people on shore. They realise that their living is here, their livelihood is here, and they have a great respect for the sea and everything that lives in it. But they have to make a living. You know, beam trawling is it gets a bad name in the press, shall we say. Some of the environmentalists are against it because of the heavy gear and the speed that they're towing, the damage it does to the seabed. So there is a push for them to find other methods. We are here to develop their ideas. It's a facility for practical fishermen.
This is the headline.
Mm-hmm. That's a normal beam trawl.
That's the normal beam trawl. Yeah. So then at the moment it's like this.
A group of Dutch fishermen are here to experiment with a new trawling technique that uses 4 small nets instead of 2 large ones. They discuss with Mike the best way to rig the nets.
Top panel, in order that he will pull the wings a bit wider. When the bottom is very soft. Yeah. So that will be our next mission then, Mike.
Mike makes an exact scale model of the nets, which are designed with an escape hatch for small fish to make a getaway.
When this is in the water, it's actually pulled tight like that. So the meshes are fairly closed. Whereas the square, when it's pulled tight, it still stays open. And the fish, the smaller ones particularly, can find an escape area.
Well, we are trying to find out some facts on a new type of fishing. Or it's an existing type of fishing, but in a different way. So instead with 2 nets, we are trying 4 nets. And so we need some measurements, because we can't look in the water or underwater, you see. So and here we get an idea, how it is working. Yeah. Things you can't calculate on paper. You have to do it in practice, and this is a possibility to see it on scale. Yeah.
The only thing that...
Having made and rigged the scaled-down nets, Mike and the Dutchman are ready to test them in the tank. The 4 smaller nets should be more selective and more efficient, and being lighter will cause less damage to the seabed.
Before we put it in the tank, I should just put it in and have a look at it as now.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. We'll chuck it in and have a look. Okay. No.
The giant flume tank enables the Dutchmen to see their nets in action and fine-tune them before they go out to sea. There are only 3 of these tanks in Europe, but it's worth the trip. For these fishermen, fishing efficiently is the key to sustaining their livelihoods. And nets like these go some way towards achieving that balance between looking out for the fishermen and looking after the sea.
Not running correctly, should we say. 5 meters of change, sure.
For Mike, it's about finding the best technology to satisfy the fishermen and sustain the sea.
Some fishermen that have been here have said they've learnt more in one day than it would have taken them weeks to learn at sea. They can make alterations to their gear and see exactly and immediately what happens to it without having to wait for the results. With correct management, we'll always be able to fish. But it's getting the fishermen, the fisheries managers and the scientists all to agree on somewhere to go. There's a future in fishing, I'm sure.